Hello. How you going? Good. uh, how are you holding up? Hopefully you've all been ignoring the news, right? I thought that we won't do the debrief. I think we're sitting in limbo, so it's kind of like, ugh, I don't want to sit here fucking talking about everything. Everyone knows what's happening. Stalemate, all that shit. Dickhead being dickhead. Gaslighter being gaslighter. Right? This is all just playing out exactly as we expected. Right? Natasha, no. Incoherent screaming. Yeah, pretty much thumbs it up. But at the same time, I think what we should do is, I think I've touched on this a little bit, but don't worry about it. Okay? Maybe just being, again, maybe I have the luxury, maybe there's going to be all these dumb fucks who turn around and say, oh, well, that's a privileged view that you are going to detach from it. But I don't think it is. I just don't think it's mentally healthy to be that psychotically affected by a bunch of rich people who don't serve you. Like, I don't understand. Like, I sit there and I go, I'm watching all these people and their fucking analysis, right? And of course, I'm doing analysis too, right? We're all allowed our opinions. But I have a postgrad degree in this shit, and I find it boring at this point. I get fatigued. What I thought I'd do is show you some of the. I just want to show you a really good example of parallel worlds and parallel universes. And if you take away anything, right, it's to not just read one news source. You absolutely must read, and especially mainstream. Go independent news source. Like, they'll tell you that it's fake news or war stuff, but you want to see what the shit that CNN is putting out, right? And it will make it like this was, I talked about this with Sam yesterday, where I had no idea how untrustworthy it was until you fall on the other side of sort of the mainstream narrative or mainstream issue. And you, even when you understand the forces at play and you sit there skeptically, I've always been a good critical reader, right? Always like questioned authority, always like, and even I've been hoodwinked and sideswiped by how dishonest this campaign has been, right? Oh, thanks, Flicker. I'm not dressed. Anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, so I thought I'd show you a really good example, right? This is actually something that you should use as a skill. I will show you how I fucking navigate these narratives, because you would just see how glaring they are, but also how bad the takes are. And when you understand that again, a lot of people do this and they apply it to Fox News, but they don't apply it to their own news sources and don't see the biases that exist in the stuff they agree with. What I'm going to show you is CNN, right? And the narrative and analysis, the high quality analysis from CNN, right? Like, if you are like middle class and white and giving CNN your eyeballs and attention and money, I don't know about that. I think, let's see the article, eh? Let's go from there. Check this out. Check this bullshit out. Okay? This is CNN's hot take. Now, the reason I'm going to, like, ordinary, like this, it's almost, it literally looks like a recycled headline from 2016. Shows they've learned fucking nothing. Nothing. Not a single fucking thing. Not a single second of reflection. Not a single moment of self-blame or, like thinking that anything other than everyone is stupid and racist and fucking like ignorant, right? That's the narrative they're going with, and that's why they're going to keep losing, because they don't fucking get it, okay? Right? I'm white. Well, I'm not. Well, yeah, I'm white, okay? So my opinion's bullshit, but I'm just going to show you the different narratives, okay? I'm not getting into fucking race wars. You can shut the fuck up, you woke dumb fucks. I don't argue the obvious. Okay. The obvious is, yes, there's racial disparities. Yes, as a white person, I don't understand the experiences of a person of color. Also, as a political scientist and person who fucking has a brain, I'm capable of discerning propaganda from not and cults from not. So shut the fuck up. I'm on your side, okay? Shut up. Fucking on your side. Now, the reason I'm fucking going into delicate race territory because it has to be fucking discussed. And the only reason I'm going there is because these articles are a really good example of really bad analysis. Okay, from CNN, mainstream political fucking, like, yeah. I don't know who the fuck's working there, but anyway, how old are these people? 12. Anyway, so headline, millions of white voters are once again showing who they are. And what they do is they selectively take millions of white voters are once again showing who they are. And spoiler, it's not really that great for America, but in particular for black and brown people. Okay. Miasmic uncertainty. So assuming that white people only vote for white people interests for the start, like, it's just such a fucking obscene view. It's like, we don't. You're mind reading. You're fucking mind reading. You are, first of all, assuming that a class of people vote the same way because of the color of their skin. When was that a fucking thing? Also, you missed the point because it's actually untrue, okay? It's actually untrue. So look at this take, right? So for one thing, so basically this whole article is one big, oh, why didn't they vote in their own interest? Because I am woke and I've told them how to vote and they don't know how to vote for their own interests, which I find fucking hilarious. Okay. Right. So this is based on exit polls. Now, this is what's interesting about this is they're all citing the same exit polling. Okay. Now, for those that don't know what exit polling is, it is the surveying of people as they're leaving the ballot, like as they're leaving the polls. Again, not always reliable, but it's just exit polling, right? It's what they do. But look at this. So this is what they get from this is the takeaway, okay? And I'll show you. So indeed, knowing what we know, because if you've been watching my channel for any length of time, right, you know that we know what the story is. We know that there's a fucking cult that's going on and there's a division and they just continue to fucking double down, continue not to get it, and basically recycle the same headlines from 2016. Okay? They haven't learned anything. They've learned not a fucking thing. And even if the Democrats win, right? Even if Biden wins, it's still a loss because it shouldn't even be close. Okay? That's the point. The point is that it should not be close and you guys are fuckwits. Okay, so anyway, indeed. So one thing that this week has clarified is the lengths to which many white Americans are willing to go in order to protect their whiteness, to centralize it, even after a summer that saw unprecedented support for the Black Lives Matter movement. But that's only a piece of why the election is so shameful. Fuck me, right? Fuck me. Miriam, the reason I'm still going is because this is what I do. It's what I'm interested in. So again, I'd like to point out, this is not someone doing hot take stuff. This is actually my degree and qualification and I'm qualified to speak. Okay, so it's Christmas for me. All right, so the contest appears as tight as it does speaks to the relative success of the Republican Party. Nearly close, nearly there. They're so close, it's frustrating. Right? The minority party at holding on to power via maneuvering such as disenfranchisement, gerrymandering, and voter suppression, which disproportionately affect voters of colour. They're just the leaps. Just like, oh, no. Right? Anyway, so that's it. So their hot take is that white people are fucking voting who they are. However, this is CNN's narrative. They're doubling down and they're running with it, right? They're just running with it. However, same exit poll. Trump makes gains in every demographic except white men. So what Twitter's scrambling with right, is that so what they're doing now is blaming white women. So that's the only argument that they can fucking like scramble together, is that white women are to blame. So we're now at the top of the oppression hierarchy, and we are now more oppressive than white men. That's the fucking takeaway from this cult. So white cis het women are now public enemy number one. Okay, there's a warning for you. If you're a fucking gender critical feminist, you've now been promoted. Congratulations. No extra pay. No extra pay, and no fucking, rewards or anything like that. But, congratulations, you've been promoted. Okay, awesome. Now, exit polling data shows that the Trump campaign made inroads into minority communities, right? So this is funny, and I actually agree with this take. Call me racist, fuck off, I don't care. All right, exit polling data shows that the Trump campaign literally made inroads into minority communities, but failed to do as well among white voters as he did in 2016. So he actually lost white voters, and they're still running with it, right? There was an increase in white women, but when you're across the culture wars, you'll understand that a large cohort of women, right, have voted Trump because they oppose, right, trans women in prisons, right? They oppose that erosion of sex-based rights. It's a protest vote for Trump. It was a vote against the Democrats. It's easily explained if you fucking don't live in a cunt bubble. Cunt bubble? Fucking hell. Fucking all of Cuba, all the Cubans voted for Trump. No, not all of them. But also, right, it was still, even if it was overwhelmingly people. So let's look at the numbers. Okay. Right, yes, it is overwhelmingly like white, right? 61% of white people voted Trump, right? Mostly because we're under a fucking attack. But again, I'm not even saying that as one of those like fucking MAGA bros. It's like, you just got to see the stuff that I've been talking about, where, like it's obviously like a fucking death cult, and we're the fucking target, right? It's obvious to anyone who's not in a bubble. Okay, again, but again, look at the percentages, right? Just because, look, 52%, still 47%, right, of Latino voters, right, voted for Trump. Other, I love that, that large other race. So that's Asian, Asians, Jewish, all of the others. I don't know, everyone who's not these two things. Again, I'm not saying that, again, that's damning for the Republicans and Trump in terms of the nation, but it's actually what's underneath it, right? It's what's underneath it. Again, it's like age group. So if you look at the age group, it's actually overwhelmingly 18 to 29, 60%. So I think that there was a big youth surge, right? Again, I don't know what the numbers are here. And again, look at the sample sizes. These things are not anywhere near close because most of these things are in bubbles. However, even the most authoritative exit polls don't show the picture, right? He's up on most things, and it's not, he's up with the older vote, not because they're older, it's because these fucks are trying to kill us all. There's a large group, right? I wish that there was someone who actually knew the culture wars and was able to survey on this, right? Who, like, women voting for Trump, right, is significant, right? Large portion. But again, it's not how it's spun, right? So yes, the numbers, yes, the large majority did. That's fine. That's a given. But it's actually the spin, right? Which is the fact that Trump actually gained ground. I think it's roughly 5% across the board for people, POCs, women, LGBT, like roughly 5%. I would argue that 5% accounts for the culture war protest vote, right? I think there was a large portion of lefties who, like I was saying yesterday, who probably just couldn't bring themselves to vote Trump in the end. But that 5% is telling. Again, it's a leap. I don't have any data, but it's just based on my own research, which is that is a significant bump in terms of protest vote. And that's a number that the Democrats should be watching, because that number is the number that they lost okay, due to the wokeism. This is what I'm saying about it could have been a landslide, right? That 5%, even if half of that was protest vote for Trump, that represented a fucking smooth, easy victory, okay? That's what I'm saying. So I think a lot of people on the left would probably have felt like me, or right, left, right? Most people who are traditional Democrats didn't like voting it the way they did. Now, what I find funny, this take, right? Now, this is the thing. I sit there and I was watching the Daily Show did a thing where they're like, we interview Trump supporters. And what they do is they grab the 10 stupidest people with a hat on. Nice people just fucking saying dumb things. These rich pricks mocking the working class, going, oh, look at all the Trump supporters. They're stupid. But, you know, there's a lot of fucking dumb woke people. Why are they not like interviewing Jamila Jamil, right? Or Chelsea Handler, or all of those people and saying, hey, look at how dumb you know, like if you take the dumbest part of every side, both sides look ridiculous, right? Most people aren't like that. And I know for a fact, right, how many people were on the fence. And I think that it's probably about 10% of the population who were genuinely fucking had a genuine dilemma. And I think that 5% went this way, 5% went that way. And that 10% should have been an easy fucking win for the Democrats. And that's the fact. That 10% could have been easily won. And I said that yesterday. This shouldn't be close. It shouldn't be close. Okay? That's the point. It should not be close. But their take, right? This is what cracked me up. Oh, why did they vote the way that they voted? Indeed, one thing that this week has clarified is the lengths to which many white Americans are willing to go. This is how, when you put your premise and your conclusion and build your case up to your conclusion rather than build conclusions from the fucking data, this is how you end up spasticated on CNN and shitting the bed in terms of your logic. This is a public embarrassment, right? Because the facts are, okay, many white Americans are willing to go for white fragility talk, right? Go in order to protect their whiteness, to centralize it. No. They see the businesses burning. They see the world burning. They see fucking riots. They see people, and they see everyone who's grown up and in authority telling them, and CNN telling them that they're imagining it. But also, they want to centralize and consolidate their power. Yeah, that's really because we're feeling threatened. No. You're dumb. Even after a summer that saw unprecedented support for the Black Lives Matter movement. Yes, people supported the Black Lives Matter movement. And you know what? The vice president is the fucking person that they were protesting against. The vice presidential candidate was the person that they're protesting against. Joe Biden's the person that they were protesting against. How do they not see it? Like, what the fuck? Watch these fucking narratives. This is CNN's take on how, this is how poisonous this ideology is. Where we do support the Black Lives Matter movement. We were horrified by the fucking thing. I probably would have voted Democrat because, like I said, at a pinch, I couldn't have done it, right? But fucking hell, this take is bad. The facts just don't match up. You're literally gaslighting people into the fact that they don't know who wrote the fucking bill that locked everyone up and militarized the police. What the fuck are you talking about? You're dumb. It's right there. And also, Joe Biden is the whitest white man he's the absolute representative of everything that BLM was fucking against. What the fuck are you fucking smoking? Maybe, just maybe, all of these white people that you fucking keep vilifying and threatening, and all these feminists that you keep threatening and vilifying, maybe these people are your mothers and they fucking care about the world and they actually want to have some fucking sense. Jesus fucking Christ. Go home, turn your phones off, go outside, talk to an adult human female, the one who birthed you, and fucking screw your head back on. Your take is bad and you're an idiot. Okay? It's just illogical. This is this is like God exists, therefore all of the data proves that God exists. No, I reject the premise. Okay? I reject your premise. You are not a journalist, you are a fucking hack. Okay? And this has got nothing to do with like I'm pleading with the left to fucking wake up from this fucking trance. But wake up. It's fucking what the fuck? This is literally like CNN are saying that this is why that if you voted for Trump, you don't support the Black Lives Matter movement. In lieu of the person who literally locked everyone up and caused all of this. The two people who are instrumental in fucking doing this shit. What's wrong with your fucking head? Joe Biden wrote the fucking bill that militarized the police, and Kamala Harris was a proponent of mass incarceration and fucking prison slave labor. What the fuck, people? Because she's got like slightly tanned skin. Oh. You need to start judging people on their fucking actions. I swear to God, these people are the same people that would fucking take lollies from a dude in a van because he just says that he's fucking taking them to the circus. Jesus fucking Christ. Are you that stupid? So there you go. You're racist. Okay, this is a bad take. It's the worst take, and it's stupid. And the Daily Show can fuck themselves too. If you're a Hollywood rich fuck, mocking people who are just genuinely fucking they walked up to you to be nice. They were able to laugh at themselves, and you are mocking them in front of fucking millions of people. You are part of the problem because, yes, it's all in good fun. Yes, they're funny, right? It's all good fun. But at the same time, this is mass gaslighting because they are ignoring that fucking cohort of people, of smart university educated people, the walkaway people who are all university educated. Some of them have fucking PhDs, scholars, people who've been writing books about this, people like me who've been warning the left about this for fucking like the last year, right? In fact, I've probably been warning you about it since 2016, but just differently, right? You're ignoring us, you're gaslighting us, you're calling us evil, you're calling us racist, and then you turn around when people vote in support of the issue that you don't get to own that issue. In support, when a country has a global fucking enough movement, when they vote in the way that they think supports that movement, that supports Black Lives Matter, not the organization, the fucking concept, right? The organization can go fuck themselves too, right? Because they're a bunch of fucking gaslighting pricks too. I'm saying if you're against police brutality and against the militarization of the police and against the fucking police state that is like America and against war and against fucking soldiers, you would vote against Biden and fucking Kamala Harris. Oh, what the fuck? But then anyway, I'm not shaming people who voted Democrat and like against police. I understand that this was a needle nudger, right? But my point is that where the fuck do you get off acting like you have the answers and you know what's best and that everyone who doesn't vote the way you are is fucking disgusting and evil and racist? Like, fucking hell. Pull your fucking heads in. This is the same thing that women who are just trying to fucking be heard about impact of policy and are being bullied by psychopaths. It's either for or against, or fucking with or against, or fucking whatever. Who said you're either with us or against us? Was that George Bush when we went into fucking Iraq? Yeah, that's also the Democrats who are friendly with George fucking Bush. Who said with us or against us, right? The war machine. Who's the war machine? I'm just saying, right? For fuck's sake, wake up. I am the maddest fucking socialist I've ever fucking been. Right? Call me crazy, call me Karen, call me fucking white lady. I don't give a fuck because I'm right. Because when you've got no argument, guess what you do? You resort to like name calling. That's called an ad hominem attack, okay? You attack the source of a fucking thing, then that's called a genetic fallacy. How about you turn your fucking phone off, right? Spend fewer hours getting fucking mermaid hair at the hairdresser and actually read a fucking book and see that most people actually read things. Most people actually know things. Don't just turn around and call everyone who didn't vote your elite fucking cunt faction into power, right? That they didn't see the gaslighting and lies for what it is. The Democrats had every mainstream media publication like on their side. They had every tech company, every fucking like journalist, every celebrity. And guess what? It's still fucking tight. How is that a victory? That shows that you're fucking useless. That's a loss. That's fucking embarrassing. With the amount of cultural power that you're exercising, you should be fucking landsliding it in at 75% of the fucking vote against Trump. And you're still fucking sitting here a day after the election having no fucking idea. And he may still win. Ha! Well done. Dickheads. Fucking dickheads. I'm sick of these fucks. Call it hate speech. I don't care. You're idiots. I defend fucking good, hardworking, honest people, right? Who are trying to help. Right? I'm defending people who can't defend themselves. Right? I'm defending people who don't sit on Twitter all day being a snarky little bitch from my dad's fucking house that's having everything paid for. Right? I'm defending the people who don't have a fucking Patreon account or a Venmo that keeps them supported and supplements their fucking money. Right? Go fuck yourselves. Right? And if you're a blue check and a fucking person that I know and love, you know I'm speaking in the aggregate. You know I love you, and I know you know I'm speaking fucking truth too, because you're good people and you know, right? If you're watching this, go fuck yourself, you rich cunts. Don't be part of it. Don't be part of the problem. At least avoid it or speak out against it. Defend the fucking working class for once in your life. Right? For fuck's sake. Not sitting there mocking them. Oh, yeah, well, look at this red MAGA hat person saying a dumb thing. Okay, next do Chaz Chop. Next do Antifa. Next do fucking Chelsea Handler. Next do Jamila Jamil or Bet fucking Midler or fucking Patton Oswalt and all the fucking people that have descended into the stupid cult of stupid shit. The cult of bad takes. I'm fucking spitting. I'm so fucking mad. I'm just saying, right? For fuck's sake. I'm swearing a lot. I'm going to get in trouble. But I'm just done. I'm just so frustrated that nobody, not a single person, I'm even seeing Facebook friends, right? I've been solidly posting about this for fucking years. Solidly. And they just go, oh no, he's going to win. It's like, yeah, he's going to win. Probably. Shouldn't be close. You didn't listen. You didn't fucking listen. This has gone exactly the way that I said it would. Right? I was hoping that I was either like it was going to go landslide or I was catastrophically wrong and Biden was popular. I was just hoping for that. And it ended up being that I was correct, which was that this is going to be extremely divisive and it's going to get worse. And we need truth. We need this. We need people who are actually telling the truth, not saying that people who supported Black Lives Matter only vote Democrat, because that's fucking bullshit. That is a lie, and that's actually fucking defamatory and insulting to people. People who are out in the streets on your side. You fucking assholes. Right? There are a lot of white people on the street supporting you. There are a lot of fucking lefties, old lefties that you've called racist, alt-right cunts for 4 years solid, and we're still probably going to hold their nose and vote for you, even though you fucking hate them. And then you turn around and do this shit. Right? Yes, it should be. The stream should be called Tail Loses It and Tells Everyone to Fuck Off. I know! But I'm mad! Are you not mad? Are you guys mad or what? Are you like seeing these narratives, right? Which is that Trump gained with an unprecedented, they haven't had a bigger turnout than fucking it's the biggest turnout since 1900. right? It is a fucking, in terms of, okay, guess who won the campaign? All the cunts who fucking vote shame people into voting. Well, you won, okay? You got people to vote. Congratulations, right? Good on you. However, fuck. I think I may have cracked. I haven't. I'm good. But like, seriously, you know, like, it's just, oh, fuck me. How are you dumb? But this take, if you're like, you're sitting there, I cannot believe this, right? This fucking smugness, this bullshit, like horse shit. Oh, right. It's just, hang on, I'm scrolling for a photo because I was going to show it. Hang on. Whoop, hang on. Let me download it. Just go a sec. But like, seriously, right? I'm like, are you seeing it too? Are you guys, am I, okay, this is the thing. This is the thing about gaslighting, right? And like, we're going through this in different ways, lots of different ways at the moment. We're going through it in a personal way as well, right? Which is that we're kind of just like a whole, just we're just being gaslit, like, from every fucking direction. And there comes a point with gaslighting where you start to just go, look, am I wrong? Am I really wrong? Am I a bad person? Am I actually fucking racist? Am I a bad person? Am I an evil person? I'm a confused fucking person. But that's all I know. All I know is that I'm fucking confused. Right? And because I've never been on the wrong side of these conversations ever. I've always cared about people, like, in terms of poverty and access and yeah, and that's the thing, like, that is the aim of, but this gaslighting, and it's just like, has everyone, and it's not even just the media, because the answer to that is to just not fucking listen or watch both narratives going at once and sit back and laugh and go, oh my God, look, these two fucking narratives, right? One side is pushing all the Antifa shit. The other side's pushing all the Trump shit. The truth lies in the facts, and the facts are in the numbers, and those exit polls are generally unreliable, but I'm saying I know things. I know how things nudge, and I know sentiment, and I know that there was a fucking, at least I'd say 10% of people who are not low information voters. They're actually too much information voters and are aware of this cult. They are aware of the culture wars. They are not low information. Stop saying that they're radicalized and stuff. They're not. They see it for what it is. The gaslighting again. I have a fucking post-grad qualification in politics and policy and political science. I have done 20 years of comms. I'm not a fucking low information voter. I see what you're doing, okay? And there's a lot of people like me who see what it is, and that vote was 50-50 split. I saw the debate. James Lindsay voted Trump, you know, and Helen sort of recommended the Biden route. There was a split because some people are paying attention to all sides of the debate and see the split. There was a 50-50 split, and there was a conversation on the undecideds because they were left-wing, but they don't like wokeism. They think that is the most immediate threat. That's what's happened to Tim Pool and a number of other people, right, who have seen that the American left has gone authoritarian, and they went, fuck, I need to fight this thing. I nearly got there. I couldn't have just, I love the institutions too much to vote for someone who shits on it the way Trump does. He's a fucking colossal dickhead. There you go. I promised one. He's a colossal fucking dickhead, right? And he has no respect for a system, right? And that's the thing. I don't think I could vote for someone who didn't respect the office, right? But there are people who are just really, like, this article just fucking incensed me. Absolutely incensed me because they keep refusing to get it. It's a willful thing. This is why it's a cult. Because only a cult, you know that thing, right? And I know I'm getting animated. I'm just organizing a fucking photo for you that my friend sent me. It's funny. Hang on. Let me just put it on the screen. But main indicators of a cult is that they double down. There's several of them, but when presented with data or facts or things that actually don't fit their narrative, right? They reframe it, the data, and reframe the argument so that their cult makes sense. That article is smoking gun that this is a cult. Smoking gun, right? Yeah, so Tim Paul, that's the thing, right? Actually, and that was fascinating to me because it still makes me very uncomfortable because Tim used to be like, he's kind of that he's really indicative of that lefty person going, like just going, you fucking, like that betrayal. He really does show that betrayal. Again, and James Lindsay as well, right? James not so much because James is more of a sort of, you know, James is different. He's a different type of person. But Tim is an activist. Like, he's always been on the ground. He's an on-the-ground person. He knows the people. He's lost friends. He's got, you know, he's fallen afoul of the cult as well. And to see him just fully fucking go nuts, right? And that's, I've seen it written. So Natasha said, I've seen written that Biden is not the president we want, but the president we need for now. And that was, And I understand that because that's probably but it's one thing to turn around. This is that gracious winning thing. What I was talking about yesterday in my fucking somewhere in the fucking streets. Gracious winning, right? Biden can win, but he should know why he won and that it's not over and that it's not okay, right? It's like when you have a cheating spouse, when they come back. If they just act like nothing fucking happened, you need to get rid of them, right? Or act like that you somehow just forgave them. It's like, no, I'm working for something bigger, and sometimes, you know, the kids are more important, or those sorts of things. Whereas they've got CNN fully writing a fucking thing that just blames anyone who didn't vote for Biden without acknowledging the fucking elephant in the room and basically just perpetuating the same bullshit. Right. And I know that each writer is, you know, and I know, again, I'm feeding that fucking machine by talking about it, but you need to be aware of this fucking gaslighting that's going on. It's not right. It is wrong. And I've had the luxury, the privilege, I suppose, of like de-wokening. And you know what? The people who are unfriending Trump supporters, fuck you. You're missing out. I would rather, I have never, you know what can I say? Since meeting more people I disagree with, I've never felt more connected, more challenged, which is a good thing. It's not a bad thing, believe it or not. And it's not because they're fragile. It's because they're fucking different human beings and I can't control them. They think differently to me. They've lived different lives to me. They've come to different conclusions to me. They've ended up on the right because they didn't grow up the way I grew up. I can't go to the right because it's just not how I experience the world. Okay? But they're not bad people. They just see things differently. For fuck's sake. Right? Well, the thing is, one thing, actually, Talon, we could talk about that. There is money in it. I have found that there is no money in the middle ground. There's no money in being me and bouncing around and not really being sure. There's a lot of money in the tribes. So if you're either fully woke and like ranting or fully fucking MAGA and ranting and like saying stuff, fucking cha-ching, it's an industry. They're just as bad. They're all symbiosis. They need each other. They're like every crackhead marriage you've ever fucking witnessed. It's like, oh, they're at it again. And they're out in the street. Oh, look, she slashed the tires. Oh, look at him. Look at him. He slashed the tires. Oh, look, his bitch showed up. Scrag fight. You want to take bets? I'm one of those people that's just looking out there going, you're fucking crazy bitches. You're all fucking nuts. Grow up. The problem is that's entertaining when it's not government. When it's government, it's actually fucking dangerous and impacts people's lives. When it's the people, when it's CNN, New York Times, and media organizations that we actually consider to be authoritative, gaslighting and actually completely not only missing the facts, completely ignoring the facts, right? But stoking flames at a delicate time when everyone is upset. There's a very real issue here, which is that some people may actually hurt themselves or hurt others based on what you're fucking saying. You prick. Sitting at this, I imagine Brandon is fucking white, right? I'm sure he is. If he's not, then I apologize, Brandon. But I'm just saying, I'm sure he's some fucking, if he's not white, then he's rich. He's sitting in a fucking office at CNN. He hasn't talked to an actual Trump supporter ever, right? Other than maybe his uncomfortable family, but that's his baggage because somehow somehow politics has become some big projection for everyone and their fucking parent issues. Like, you tell me that the trans rights movement or this fucking woke shit isn't at least, and the Karen thing isn't at least in part of the reason it's so misogynistic and against mothers. I can't help but think, and the reason it's so appealing is because this generation of kids resents the fuck out of us for fighting for the right to work. I reckon there's a big part of them where they hate us for not being fucking stay-at-home mums that sniff their assholes. Because we had to compete. See, this is what's happened with this culture. Again, I'm ranting, I'm going off topic, but I'm just saying it's related, right? We've got two simultaneous narratives. You need to be not only a perfect mother with a $2,000 pram, buy all the shit, attachment parent, wear your kid in a sling 24/7, fucking all of that shit. That's what a good mother does, all of those things, and worships the child and helicopter parents the child and all of these things. But if you need to work full time, but that's your right to work full time. So you must work full time. You must have it all and do it all 24/7. And if you fail to do it all and sacrifice everything that you are, you're a bad parent. Fuck you. Ungrateful turds. Yes, I'm talking to you fuckers. It's resentment. It's nothing but resentment. It's like latchkey kids resentment. And it's like, you're not feminists. You hate the fact that your mothers worked and that we didn't worship their art by white warmers. It started with white warmers. When people decided that their infant child can't have cold wipes on their ass, that's when it fucking started. Because what happened was, then social pressure started. So there was the half of the class whose mothers stayed at home and turned up to things and did things and worshipped the kid and hung around the kid and did nothing but lick that kid's asshole, right? If it wasn't wiping it with a wipe warmer, it was licking it with a warm tongue. And the other half, busy mums, where the school made them feel fucking bad because they couldn't fucking show up. Because they were working, or they couldn't do fucking all the shit that parents do. Right? Lib Fems went, these two competing ideas somehow must reconcile each other. It's like, no. It means we have to do it all, and we have to do the chores, and we have to fucking coordinate. And I love you, Paul. When you say to order dinner... I have to choose what we fucking order. I'm kidding. That's different. That's different because I've got dietary things and I know all the things. I'm just saying, right? Fuck. Give us a fucking break. And now, when I actually assert myself, some dumb cunt 21-year-old guy who calls himself a socialist is okay Karening me. Go fuck yourself. It doesn't work. Work your mother issues out on someone else. I've got my own kids with their own mother issues. I don't need yours as well. Go fuck yourselves. Right? We want to work. We wanted equal white rights. We wanted the right to choose. Not the right to choose and then get demonized for the choice that we make, especially by the people that we fucking gave birth to. You ungrateful little shits. Anyway. We worked for those iPhones that you're fucking touting around and using to abuse the people that gave birth to you. Fucking assholes. Yeah, truth is funny and truth fucking hurts. I'm selling some truths. I love you, Jules. I love you, my kids. I do love you, but I'm just fucking spitting some truth. This whole fucking setup, all of it is set up because they were pissed off that black people got civil rights and women got rights, and it's all a big fucking backlash. Here's a book recommendation. Susan Faludi, Backlash, 1996. Jesus fucking Christ. I worked to pay for fucking things. Right? Anyway. Again, the world, including all of the most progressive people in the world, are currently reminding us that we are nothing but fucking body parts and fuckholes and food receptacles and people that you can just slap around whenever the fuck you feel like it. Right? Both physically, emotionally, and fucking, materially. Right? And now, congratulations, white women. We're top of the ladder. Men are more oppressed than us because somehow our protest vote is now a weapon. So fucking congratulations. Congratulations, lefties. This is what you've done. Well done. Reduced women to fuckholes, uterus havers, womb owners. What is it? Fucking menstruators, cervix havers. These are the words. These are the words that they use to describe women to be inclusive. But trans women are women. No. Get your own fucking words. Maybe you could be a uterus not haver. How about you could be a uterus lacker? There you go. Fuck ass. Fuck ass. Fuckholes. Dickheads. Jesus fucking Christ. Get your heads together, everybody. If you're going to read CNN, you need to know that they're full of shit. And that analysis is bad, and it is racist, and it is wrong, and it is not why people voted the way they voted. I am a Marxist feminist. I'm a fucking lefty. I have fucking post-grad quals in policy, politics. I have fucking half of a grad dip in psych. I have work in social work. I'm not a fucking low information voter. I'm telling you, you're a fuckwit. You don't know what you're talking about. Philip. Okay, Philip gets a gold star. They should be called a cervix wanter. Cervix wanter. Yes. That's good. Jesus Christ. Like, again, I assume I'm wrong. How is what I'm saying the wrong thing to say? I've been gaslighted by worse fucks than you. Go fuck yourselves. I'm just going to tell the truth. And if I get banned, I get banned. I don't care anymore. I just want this to be over. I want this election to be over. And that's the only reason that I would have for voting Biden if I was in America, would be that I just want this to be fucking over. And guess what happened? It shouldn't be close against Trump. You deserve everything you get. But to turn around and then blame fucking protest voters for protest voting because the people that you should be fucking, the person that should have won in a landslide against a fucking colossal dickhead, it's now like, it's like, what the fuck? Where's your brain at? Oh no, because God is real, therefore... Because maybe the premise is the reason why it's here. The premise is wrong. Because you're calling everybody racist and everyone transphobic and everyone all of these names 24/7, if you're calling everyone names, calling the truth hate speech, calling jokes hate speech, calling everything fucking hate speech that doesn't agree with your cult, then maybe... Maybe they don't like you. Maybe they're not going to vote for you. Maybe they're not low information voters. Maybe they know that Biden wrote the fucking bill that locked up all the black people. Go fuck yourselves. I didn't expect to be this fucking honest, but this election has broken us all, and this can just be the place where you go for some fucking truth. Let's watch Karen break, shall we? This is Karen pushed to the fucking edge. She's doing a mass shooting with jokes. It's a mass swearing. Oh, fallopian envy. It's like, oh my God, Jesus. Oh. Wake up. Use your clicky fingers for fucking something else. Wake up. And I'm not saying wake up sheeple. I'm saying Jesus fucking Christ. How do you sit there with a straight fucking face, Brandon from CNN, whoever the fuck you are? I hope you paid well. I hope your soul was expensive. At least. I at least hope your soul was fucking expensive. Oh my God. I admit everyone's for sale and that I'm sure there's a number that I've got, but it's not fucking that much. Mine's in the fucking tens of millions to sell my soul. I understand if movie stars do it or fucking like rich corporate people do it or CEO. I understand rich people, but fucking low-end journos were probably paid they're probably paid a third of what I get for speaking the truth. Like, what the fuck, man? You make literally. This is probably why they're pro-prostitution. This is why I was like, I'd rather prostitution is a legitimate fucking enterprise because at least that's fucking honest. At least that's an honest transaction for those that choose it. It's an honest fucking transaction for those that fucking do it, right? But for all these people who they're sucking dick for a lot less money. The hourly rate's lower. Jesus fucking Christ, you sellouts. To sit around and say that people who are actually educated and high information voters, and it's a protest vote, that everyone who is actually educated, like truly educated and literate and understands history and politics and how history unfolds and how capitalism works and no Marxism, all these things, a large portion of those people voted for Trump, including LGBT people, including fucking, doctors, scientists, mathematicians. I know one mathematician in particular who was very influential in getting people to vote Trump. For fuck's sake, they're not low information voters. They're smarter than you dumb fuck. How dare you call people who are smarter than you and outrank you stupid just because they don't agree with you, you little shit. Especially when your education was fucking paid for with your fucking silver spoon. Go fuck yourselves. You haven't worked a day in your life. I worked for everything I had and I outrank you, you snooty little shits. Yeah, for some reason I think Brandon from CNN wears polo shirts and Crocs. Oh, without a fucking doubt. Yep, I've got a picture of him. I have 3 personas built in my mind of Brandon. I'm not going to do it on stream because that's I'm not going to do it individually, but I'm curious. But I think I've got an idea of his background. I know everything I need to know about Brandon, and I know I'm probably doing the same thing to Brandon that I'm accusing him. I'm being funny. I'm punching up. I'm joking. I'm sure Brandon means well. I'm sure Brandon, again, like I said last night, people don't know what they don't know, okay? I'm sure he means well. But fucking hell, Brandon, Jesus Christ. I think you should talk to someone who's working class that is not a barista. Fuck me. My patron has a 15K tier. Yeah, but that's monthly. And also, I'm still going to say whatever the fuck I want. That's the thing. Don't have to keep that promise. I'm just saying. It's only a 15K tier because that's the maximum you can put. It's a joke. It'd be funny if anyone wanted to pay that. I wonder if there is someone who hates me so much that is so threatened by the truth that they'd pay me to shut up. I'd like that. That'd be cool. I still won't shut up. I just find somewhere else. I just animate it and do a different voice. I don't fucking know. Oh, shut up, Philip. Have you not figured out yet that I absolutely just talk shit and I make it up on the fly? And the only thing that's consistent is my fucking passion and my values, not like anything else. I just don't like unfairness, and I don't like gaslighting, and I don't like abuse. And look, Trump and this, like, okay, I was going to fucking rant about Trump, but then I saw that CNN article and it set me off. The problem is I end up being set off by the fucking woke shit. And then everyone just gets, because everyone's got the other part handled. Everyone's handled the other part, which is that Trump is being a fucking colossal dickhead, and they're all being dickheads. People aren't handling Brandon from CNN right now. Right? They're not calling Brandon out. I feel that that's my duty, is to pick on that guy because he's pissing me off. I'm just saying, fuck you, Brandon, whoever you are. It's not personal. I don't like singling out individuals. But as far as I'm concerned, if you're a fucking journalist that's gaslight and engaging in certain behaviors, you represent everything that we should be punching up at. So it's not personal, Brandon. I'm sure you're just doing your job, but I'm sure that fucking Nazi soldiers were just doing their job too. You want to see who you... Okay, if you're ever sitting there still absolutely perplexed about how Nazi Germany happened, yes, I'm fucking Godwin lawsing fucking things, whatever, okay? Yes, I've invoked Godwin's law. Shut the fuck up. If you ever sat there perplexed about how these things rise, and how these things happen, and how they get majority, and how they get to a point where it is undefeatable and atrocities are committed, look around you now, and it ain't the fucking orange man doing it. It's Brandon's and the people who fucking at Fox and all of the people in the media. It's the people in power turning a blind eye because they benefit. And they will only fight it they will only fight it when it doesn't benefit them. First they came for the socialists. Right? Remember that? Remember that saying? It's not a fucking cliche for no reason. Okay? Listen. Jesus. The fucking Jeremy Corbyn got kicked out of the ALP for anti-Semitism. You know where that came from? It came from this ideology that I'm talking to you about. It's fucking here. And like I said, you can wrap awful shit in big words. And you can wrap good people and good things and honest ideas in fucking whatever the fuck is going on with the red hat people, okay? They're mostly fucking decent people. And yes, you can cherry pick crazies and whatever from any side. Andy No's been covering Antifa for fucking ages now, and you guys refuse to cover that shit, right? Why is that? Is that because that's an inconvenient narrative? So why do you get to pick on some poor guy who was just having a good time in a red hat? And he saw a dude in a microphone and he's like, oh yeah, I love that show. And he fucking says something dumb. He signs the release, right? Let's point this out, okay? Are Trump supporters really that fucking bad? Remember, when you put someone on a fucking show like that and you interview them on the street and you approach someone in public, guess what they need to do in order for you to say it, to show it? They need to sign a release. So that guy is quite happy to laugh at himself and have that on TV. So fuck you. You're being dishonest. Yes, Brandon, yes. Brandon is the baddies. They are the baddies. The woke people, the blue checks, the people who are gaslighting everybody and abusing Trump supporters and calling people stupid and calling people racist when they're not, talking about this white fragility bullshit. Okay, I understand if you have a surface level understanding of this stuff, okay? The ideology is designed to capitalize on your base impulses. When I first heard, I agree, like you can agree with the principle, but the ideas underneath it are awful, like Black Lives Matter. Agree, absolutely, support it. Why are you voting for the person who wrote the fucking bill that got them there? Then, why? Why are you voting for the people that aren't giving have basically said, we're not socialists, we're not fucking giving healthcare to anyone? At least Trump promised a free vaccine. You know, like, fuck. They were saying, so how do people not see it? How do they not fucking see it? I know how they don't see it, because of that shit. Because CNN tells them fucking, like, lies 24/7. Jesus Christ. But, like, anyway, that's my analysis. Very sweary analysis. Anyway, I've gone for an hour. I wasn't planning to go longer than that. But Jesus fucking Christ. Trump, if Trump wins, it's still an embarrassment. Shouldn't have won. Shouldn't have won. He shouldn't win. Shouldn't even come close. He shouldn't have gotten elected in the first place. And until you address how he got elected in the first place, you're fucked. And you're going to get someone far worse next time around. Far worse. And that's the reality. That's on you guys. That's on the woke people. The rebound, right? Keep calling people racist. Keep calling people stupid. Keep calling people low information voters. Keep calling people uneducated. I happen to know that you target said low information voters with your bullshit lies and propaganda and have been fear-mongering said low information voters for fucking a year with your bullshit fear campaign to get working class people onto your list so you can blackmail them, emotionally blackmail them into money. So the low information voters seem to be fucking convenient for you when you want to like nudge them with your bullshit, right? Fuck you for manipulating people like that. It's immoral, it's unethical, it's wrong. And fuck any digital agency that participates in it. Fuck any designer that creates artwork that is false. Fuck anybody who engages in these fucking campaigns. Fuck you all. This is not why I signed up to this business. Right? It's just like, Jesus Christ, low information voters. Go fuck yourselves. I outrank you, you stupid cunt. And I didn't even vote for Trump, and I still fucking empathize. I would rather hang out with a Trump supporter than these insufferable pricks any day. Could you imagine sitting around at that fucking table? It was bad enough having one fucking woke person in my house who just fucking didn't laugh at anything. Whoops, I shouldn't have said that. Sorry. But it's true. The truth fucking hurts. Right? It just became grown. Like, what are they going to find problem with? Every fucking time. Nitpicking and nitpicking and nitpicking. Like, at least at fucking Trump's you can have a joke. Say shit. You know? Jesus. Yeah. I totally literally meant that there's a bag of discarded dicks outside the BBC. No, I didn't. I was fucking joking. You fucking idiots. I have a feeling that I might end up, hopefully this ends soon, and I might actually end up getting some good comedy out of it. I'm practicing comedy. But fucking hell, man. The stress, yes. People just don't understand. Okay, if you're one of these people who sits around, like, you know what? Like, you know those, I always love it around Thanksgiving. Although that's coming soon, that's good. We get all the recycled Thanksgiving fucking articles with a new head. They're probably just rewritten with a few words changed about having to go home to Thanksgiving and deal with my racist, anti-trans phobic parents who voted Trump. You mean the person who gave birth to you, who's cooking you a meal, who pays for your college, you can't find a way to show them respect? Go fuck yourself. Fuck you. Do you know what? If I was that parent, I'd die of disappointment, you stupid cunt. I want my money back. If I was paying for that, I want my money back. I think parents should be uniting and fucking requesting refunds and suing their fucking universities for radicalizing and putting their kids into a fucking cult. Especially if they've fucking been, if they're like undergoing certain changes and they change their mind. You should sue the universities, because the universities are at least complicit in silencing dissent and silencing alternative viewpoints, and that child may have actually been fucking saved from unnecessary medical procedures. So good luck Harvard. Good luck, all of those people that manufactured all these things. That went well for big tobacco and the asbestos companies and fucking vaginal mesh companies and what's the other stuff? You know, all of the other times, all of the lobotomies that were performed based on junk science, all of medical history where people have tinkered with fucking vulnerable children and the mentally ill and women since the beginning of fucking time to make money. Oh, but this time it's different. This time they're being fucking hell. Then again, they voted for the dude who put all the black people, who basically fucking made black people not matter in the first place. So if you can hold that dissonance in your head, then one that requires critical thinking with medical studies, I'm sure that one's a barrier you're never going to fucking cross, you idiot. Oh my God. Oh, anyway. Have I offended enough people? Have I lost enough friends? I think I've gained a few more, but I'm just saying, right? Anyway, I love you all. Thank you, Philip, for the super chat. I lost my AdSense verification envelope thing, so I can't get my AdSense. I can't cash it out, but it's nice there. They're sitting there. But, you know, seriously, do people I hope this is temporary because there's two outcomes and it's not about the election. The two outcomes are we either defeat this woke movement. I really hope that the Democrats really just knew that there was they didn't, it was a battle for later. I hope that it was just a battle for later and that they haven't actually embraced this shit. I really hope they haven't embraced this shit. But the problem is that by them embracing it, they've empowered them and they've made it 10 times harder to get rid of the fucks. Oh, good God. Anyway, rewatch South Park. South Park's funny. Watch the hybrid episode where they're like, everyone catches the smug. It's basically blue check Twitter all of the time. Anyway, fuck you, Brandon, whoever you are. And your clogs. And fuck you, CNN, for hiring Brandon. And at a time when people are already emotionally vulnerable, right? There's people who literally think that Trump is going to murder them. You don't think that has consequences to people who are like already mentally unstable? You fucking assholes. You have a responsibility. Designers, politicians, you have a fucking, and this is with Trump, you have a fucking responsibility to not make things worse than they already are for people. It's one thing to make it better, but to fucking make it worse. Diabolical, colossal dickhead. There we go. I said it again. Fuck. Jesus Christ. I just keep swearing. All my videos are going to have to be demonetized now, by the way. I'm not going to get any money anymore that's like ads because you have to declare whether there's like extreme swearing in your videos. Like, and they say, for example, fuck or cunt. And I was like, yep. So they'll be limited. So anyway, that's funny. I am going to go. I'm all fucking agitated. I hope that people who see, if I've said anything that's like offensive or too far, I hope people understand that it's, put it in context. Fucking, I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of being gaslit. I'm sick of being disrespected by children. I've earned my fucking look, I got grey hairs. I got to go get it done, right? I've earned this shit. I've earned the right to an opinion. I've earned the right to fucking make decisions. I've earned the right to fucking just not like, again, I hate quoting Roseanne because then you get fucking whatever. But I'll watch what I like. I like Roseanne. She's funny and crazy, whatever. And she just turns around and she goes, I'm too old for this shit. I'm too old for people to be, what'd she say? I'm too old for people to be this stupid. Is this just aging? Is everyone, oh, fuck me. Anyway. Yeah, the first black man that dies at the hands of the police under Biden should be shoved in the face of everyone who voted for him as a, you fucked up voting for him. Yeah, and the reason they didn't, I know why they didn't. I know how to get elected. I know messaging. I know how to campaign. Okay? That's one thing I know how to do is campaign. right? And nudge needles and all that unethical bullshit that all you stupid cunts sold your souls for. I don't do it, right? And what they did was they ignored the riots, right? They ignored all of that stuff. They ignored Antifa's violence because, first of all, they'd lose their woke base. Second of all, they'd be shown for the fact that they're absolutely not left-wing at all. Third, they could blame all of the unrest on Trump and just say that it was the right. It's not the right. We know it. People have seen it with their eyes and ears. Proud Boys don't have fucking purple hair, for fuck's sake. All right? Don't lie. It's the lying. You know, people aren't stupid. And that's the fatal mistake. Is that Brandon, guess what? Most people aren't as stupid as you think they are. And that's going to be why you keep losing. Because as long as you keep thinking people are stupid and hateful and nasty and mean badly or wish others ill, again, Trump has a large conservative Christian base. Most of them are good people. They're God-fearing, they're Christian, right? Some of them are fucking whack jobs, but some of everybody is a whack job. But the majority of most tribes are good people who believe certain things and mostly agree. I've said this before. They just say it differently or it comes in the wrong package, right? I talk to people. I know this. Fuck. Anyway. Yes, I don't have a PO box, but I can give you my address because I trust you. Just email me or message me. So I've got an office address I can send if you want, but I don't like to send mail there because I never go. I'll just send you my address. Anyway, so my point. Be nice to each other. Fucking be compassionate, and this is more important than it. Don't stoke the fucking flames. And I know I know it looks like I'm being inflammatory, but I'm not. I'm actually trying to just inject some sanity and de-escalate with some truth bombs and say that this is fucking, it's okay. It's going to be okay. That's the thing. Don't freak out. If either side wins, it's not going to be the end. Okay. Even if Biden wins, we can still fight the woke fucking war and all that stuff. Now that I've identified them, if people would fucking listen to me, I know how to beat them. Right? But you beat them with you beat them with their own fucking books. That's what James does really well, is he beats them with their own books, not other people's, right? Oh yeah, there we go. Lumi said safer to use Australia Post Dropbox. Oh, they've got the Dropboxes now. See? Boomer. I don't fucking know. No, I'm not vegan. I eat mostly keto, so it's mostly I rely heavily on cheese for protein, and I have beef collagen for protein, so I can't be vegan. I just can't have it. So anyway, I gotta go. It's okay. All right? It's okay to love your parents, even if you disagree with them. It's okay. Like, just fucking respect. Like, even just with radfems, even if you absolutely think radfems are the worst people in the world, they're still fucking citizens. They still gave birth to, well, you know, a lot of them gave birth. A lot of them haven't, because a lot of them are fucking hardcore lesbians and stuff. And that's okay. But they also fought for you, you ungrateful little shit. You know, that every right that you have right now is because of those women. So you go fuck yourself. Okay? Because we're fighting for you again, and you just don't realize it yet. Okay? Until you're hospitalized or find yourself in a vulnerable situation, right? You don't realize we're fighting for you too. All right? Show some fucking respect. You don't have to like me. You can just fucking respect me. That's all I ask. Anyway, I've got to go. Thank you for your precious 5 seconds. We'll be back I'm hoping to be back with Sam tomorrow. It depends on whether there's anything like worth reporting. But most of we're going to talk about stuff. If not, we'll sort of park it to Monday. I'd like to just do something where there's something to say. I may come back tomorrow if the mood strikes, but let me show you. Actually, before I go, I was going to show you an image, wasn't I? I was going to show you a thing. Where are we? Let me open OBS. Screen share. I fucking love this. Here's what we know so far about the election. This was the moment that made me, I think I was so desperate for some laughter today that I just fucking laughed at this way longer than I should have. I won't have a coronary or aneurysm. I'm good. It's actually, a lot of it's actually just more camera stuff. Don't worry, Natasha, I'm cool, I'm chill. I laugh at it all. Yeah. It's all just ranting. I'm actually fine. Sense of humor is good, and also just sense of proportion. It doesn't bother me. This is why I'm good in a crisis. I'm chill. There comes a point where everything's so ridiculous. Just fucking laugh at it. Anyway, this is what we know so far about the election, right? It's pretty funny. Anyway, if you want to see a channel that's speaking truth to power right now, this is what real truth to power looks like. Okay? There you go. I'm brave. I'm awesome. I'm very proud of myself. Fuck you. This is what real truth to power looks like, is being willing to say the thing that everyone else is thinking and are too afraid to say. Right? Which is defending voters for Trump. I hear myself and I go, how the fuck could this be edited and taken out of context or misunderstood? But I'm saying, fuck you. You haven't talked to any of them. You blocked them all. You haven't talked to them. You're not friends with them. You haven't spent the last 4 years talking and trying to understand how we keep getting this wrong on the left. You haven't spent the time I've got. Don't you fucking call me low education voter. Don't you fucking call me anything. That's what I'm saying. I have talked to these people. I watch their content. I listen to them. I debate with them. I know where their head's at. And you're a fucking asshole. They're not racist. They're not voting for their white privilege. You Kafka trap wielding stupid cunts. It's a trap. The premise of that article is exactly why they voted the way they did. They voted because they support Black Lives Matter. They supported because they saw the hypocrisy, because they saw that they were being lied to and gaslit and called racist and stupid when they are not, because you ignored and belittled and chastised anybody who asked questions of your cult. Go fuck yourselves. That's my hot take, is that they can go fuck themselves. Find that on the front page of CNN or the ABC. That CNN, Taya says Brandon from CNN can go fuck himself and fill his clogs because he's a dickhead. Because he's distracted. He's distracted with stupid bullshit and can't see what's actually going on. Because Brandon can't get off his fucking iPhone and doesn't actually talk to anyone who's not his fucking barista. And then he thinks that he takes that fucking barista with his ponytail and fucking ridiculous moustache, right, as the working class. Go fuck yourself, Brandon. And fuck you, that barista guy, imaginary barista guy who I just made up in my fucking mind. Talk about arguing with, there's a fine line between having going on a riff and fucking talking to the voices in your head. The voice, they're not real. I know they're not real. It's okay. But Trump, as the wokes have characterized him, isn't real either, right? It's a mass psychosis. Let's just focus on facts. Right, which is that a percentage of people that I know and I've talked to and I've surveyed and I've observed, based on fact, based on reality, based on my understanding of human behavior, politics, all these things, they voted for Trump because you're a dickhead, and that's how it is. They voted for Trump because you keep writing shit like that about why people vote for Trump. So, food for thought. If you have a net worth of over $1 million, you have no fucking opinion on politics that matters to me right now. If you have a net worth and the ability to fucking keep a roof over your head in a global pandemic, then you have no fucking say. That said, I don't have a net worth of $1 million, but I have income. So maybe I should shut the fuck up. Except for me. I have a degree. I'm allowed to speak. This is my country, and I'm allowed to fucking move and change the rules as I see fit. See? I should never rule. Anyway. Yeah, well, this is the thing. Wokeism is actually, if you actually line by line go against things that are like, again, I'm not Christian, I'm not religious, but yes, it did used to be considered a strength. Grace, forgiveness, right? You don't have to be Christian to be a fucking realize that those are decent values, right? Wokeism, like again, I've been meaning to do a project where I compare the 7 deadly sins to the 7 deadly sins of wokeism, and they're basically the same thing. And the 7 virtues, the 10 commandments, are basically the opposite for wokeism. And like, I can see how the Q people go off into this being satanic movement, because if you believe in that scripture, you can see it. It looks like that, right? I can see it. It's not the leap that I make, obviously, because I don't believe that shit. But you can, like, again, you've got to learn to get into other people's shoes. That's you know what? Empathy is not virtue signaling and saying, oh, that's so bad for you. That's not empathy. That's fucking bullshit. Empathy is the ability to jump into someone else's shoes, okay? That's something that I inherently struggle with, but I try my best and I've learned how to do it. And trust me, learning how to do that, it's a learned skill. One thing they say about autistics is that they don't have empathy. That's bullshit too. Everyone can learn empathy. Empathy is a skill. It is something that you just step out of yourself and your own shit for 5 minutes and you ask questions of people and you try to see things from their point of view. That's empathy. Okay? The shit that the wokes call empathy is a fucking personality disorder. That's histrionics. That's borderline personality disorder. That's screeching. That's emotional blackmail. That's not empathy, right? I have real empathy. I'm able to see things from other people's perspectives. So anyway, that's your lesson for the day. An hour and 25 minutes into the stream, you actually got something of value. There you go. And I'll never clip it, so I'll just sit here talking into the void. Anyway, I love you. I'm going to go. Thank you for your precious life seconds. I might talk to you tomorrow. I might not. It depends on how I feel. This is fun. Have a great day. You can go to my website. If you're a rich cunt and I'm making you, you know what? I've decided if you're a rich cunt and I'm giving you too much hurtful truth, I think that you should give me a guilt gift. I think you should pay penance to me. Don't go washing feet or anything fucking stupid like that, or like falling on, like, give me guilt money. Give me working class guilt money and I'll redistribute it as I see fit. That's what feeling guilty? Fucking give me your money. I don't mind. All right. I love you. Bye.